So you sign up to GoHighlevel 14-day free trial and you ask yourself, how am I going to make money from this? Then you go on YouTube, find this kind of content with different creator and different expert pointing you to different directions with their own perspective and their own opinion. And you're asking yourself which model is going to be the right one for me. Am I selling GoHighlevel as SaaS, software as a service, or just an extra add-on to what I'm already selling? Well, on one side you have one of the top GoHighlevel affiliates saying,
the marketing agency model is dead. Anyone who runs it, who has ran it in the past, knows that it's dead. You cannot be charging $1,500 a month to press a couple buttons every week on Facebook, and these businesses are catching on. They're realizing it and they don't want to keep spending that much money.
And the other side where you have an expert SMMA, social media marketing coach, saying,
if you think that you're going to build a business to change your life with a $97 or a $197 a month plan, you have a very, very difficult road ahead.
In this video, I'm going to try to give you my unbiased opinion between the two business model and show you the pro and con of both sides of the argument. And if you stick till the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact model that our agency used personally to help scale our agency to multiple six-figure per month of recurring revenue. So you, the viewer at home, can make your own decision weighing out the pro and con. All right, let's just start off with SaaS business model, software as a service. This is where you actually charge low to medium ticket for a monthly subscription where you have people set up and fulfill everything using GoHighlevel feature and workflow, and also using app hacks to fulfill the Facebook ad side. And if anyone who is new here, app hacks is an add-on when it comes to GoHighlevel that helps you integrate Facebook ad and GoHighlevel into one seamless place. I make sure to leave a link to app hack in the description as well if you want to check it out. So the argument to the side of this business model is that it's low to medium ticket, meaning that it is easier to sell $100 to $500 a month, and people are most likely gonna stay with you for a longer time frame because there's just a lot less money, a lot less risk, and a lot less investment on their end. Providing that you actually give them a good, genuine service, because
you cannot be charging $1,500 a month to press a couple buttons every week on Facebook, and these businesses are catching on.
So let's actually look a little closer to this side of the argument and see what we can find. Now, if you run a marketing agency before, you probably know there's a metric that you always keep an eye on, which is LTV, the lifetime value, and the CPA, the cost per acquisition. So in a nutshell, guys, the lifetime value per customer is the total amount of dollar that a client will pay you over the course of their lifetime. And the cost per acquisition is the amount of money your business has to pay to acquire one extra new client. So this two metric is very correlated, because that if you have a very high LTV, high lifetime per value, you can go out there, spend more money, and acquire more clients than your competitor. Dan Kennedy said this the best: the one that can spend more to acquire clients will win. So for example, if a marketing agency A have a lifetime value of $500 per client, it cannot go out there and spend more than $500 to acquire that client. On the other hand, if a marketing agency B have a lifetime value of $5K, it can go out there and pay more to acquire that client while have some extra cash to pay for the staff, subscription, and themselves. Because in the real world, guys, there's always new clients needing your service. It's just a matter of who they go with. So if you have more to spend on marketing, they will see you first and they will go with you first. Now, just a quick tip here: if you want to know what the lifetime value for your customer is, and if you're using Stripe, you can just go to Stripe and search up their name and their email address, and it will just show you right there. Here's an example of mine: 40K for this customer since 2021. Now, the second reason when it comes to SaaS, software as a service business model, that they don't tell you is that if you have any experience speaking to local business owners directly, you know that their main concern and their main pain point is making more money for their business and getting new clients for their business. Unfortunately, it's very hard to make that happen with GoHighlevel feature alone. So when on a sales call, you're actually forced to sell GoHighlevel feature, not the outcome or the promise to that prospect problem. What that means is that you only can afford to charge low ticket, again, $100 to $500 a month for this service. And that would lead to our third concern here, is the low cash flow problem when it comes to this business. Now, if you're just starting out using this business model, you're gonna have a hard time because the cash flow is just not there, meaning that you have to invest a lot more of your time into your business. For example, if you're selling the software at $197 a month at a 20% closing rate, let's just do the math there, guys. 5 hours for $197. right? That is not a lot of money. Now, if you're just starting out and you want to get experience, that might be okay or fine with you, but for a high-skill entrepreneur out there or like myself, that might not be the best use of our time. So in conclusion, as easy and as good as they make it sound for this software as a service business model, it's very hard in the beginning because you don't have a lot to reinvest into your business and you have to put in a lot of your time in it. Now let's look at the other side of the argument where you actually package GoHighLevel with a service and charge a premium price for it, such as Google ad, Facebook ad, or any kind of service, and charge a premium high ticket price anywhere between 3 to 6K.
Even at the lowest level, can you find 5? This is life-changing money.
So basically the argument to the side of the business model saying that you only have to get 5 or 6 clients to reach 10 to 20K a month. So that means you have to work less, you deal with less amount of people, and on top of that, each people are going to be a high quality type of client. Sounds good, right? So let's look a little closer to the side of the argument and see what they don't really tell you. Alright guys, let's just come back to the value equation that we previously just talked about in the software side of the argument. To be able to charge people at a premium high ticket price, you need to be able to promise them and give them a solution or a promised outcome to their pain point and their roadblock, aka not only selling them the feature of GoHighLevel. So I don't know about you guys, if you're just starting out and you're completely beginner, that would be very hard to do, to give a promise to something that you never have done and be confident about it on the sales call. It would be very hard to do, and sometimes that could come off as completely dishonest, and trust me guys, you don't want to have that, especially when you're just starting out. So generally this method is just very hard to pull off as a beginner or someone that's just starting out. For example, you can't really go to your local business and say, hey Mr. X, I'm gonna promise you 10 appointments from Facebook ads when I haven't actually run Facebook ads for myself. You see what I mean here? That would lead us to the second reason of this argument, is that it's generally harder to sell 5K products rather than the $500 products. And that just speaking generally with the rule of thumb. Now just remember guys, if you're just starting out, you have no case study, no testimonial, and this guru from SMA will teach you how to do cold email, cold call, talking completely to a cold stranger, pitching them 5-6K products. Now I'm not saying that's impossible, but it would be really, really hard. Now the last reason when it comes to this business model is just the market size. There's just less people that are willing to spend 5-6K compared to people that spend 500-600. There's just less of them in the marketplace. So therefore, you have to do more outreach, more call, more appointment, and more demo call to actually make that sell. So just a quick disclaimer here, I'm gonna leave each link to both sides of the argument underneath this video so you can check it out at the end of this video. Not right now, guys, it would hurt this video algorithm. So like I said, both sides of the video have a biased opinion toward the business model that they preach. That's why in this video, I try to outline some of the factors that they haven't mentioned specifically in their video. To be honest, guys, each method actually will work if you are persistent enough and you have the openness mindset to keep learning and improving in your business. The real question here and why you click on this video is which method is going to be the most reliable, faster, and proven way to get you where you're at now and where you want to go in the shortest amount of time. Let's jump back to my computer screen here, and I want to show you guys the model that we use personally, which is called the hybrid model, where we actually use the upside from both of the business model that I mentioned. And what we try to do is eliminate as many downsides as possible through a couple of methods that we use. Okay, so what we do is that we're gonna actually sell our SaaS, our low ticket front end. If you're completely new here to this whole SaaS business model, software as a service, we made a completely free course and checklist on how to get from a beginner on HighLevel to an expert in a matter of 30 days and land your own 10 clients in the process of doing that. And this is the exact same course that we use to help hundreds of agencies across the globe to kick off and launch their software business, some of which have scaled past 6 and 7 figure per year. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking of taking the leap forward into starting your very own software business, make sure that you use the referral link down below to get a 30-day extended trial, just because we are a partner with GoHighlevel, and on top of that, you will get access to our support network such as weekly call, Facebook groups, and one-on-one support. And as a bonus, you will get a completely done for you agency template or snapshot that we use to grow and scale our agency straight to your newly made account, so you can get a head start compared to the rest of the pack. Thank you so much for watching this. Let's get back to the video. right, using a paid ad funnel, right? We're gonna have a funnel that will run ad to, and we get free trial to our software business, and we're gonna set them up with an easy fulfillment, high volume, low cost type of client. The fulfillment of this is very easy, guys. It could be a database reactivation, a Google review, anything that only take you or your VA 5 minutes to fulfill. Once you start doing this, you're gonna have a high amount of volume of clients signing up to your software subscription. The next step is to actually sell them to a high ticket offer, HTO, in-person sales, right? But the best part about this is going to be a high trust transaction, because this is not actually a prospect, it's actually a client. They already pay for your software service, they're already a client. So it's all about telling them your high ticket offer, whatever it is, and actually pitch them the 6, 10, and 20K products. When it comes to fulfillment for this sort of service, it does need an in-person fulfillment. For example, our fulfillment, we have a media buyer and account manager to overlook everything and to make sure that our client get the best results. But the best part here, guys, is that you don't need a lot of clients to get to 20, 50K for this type of offer. And again, this is a high trust transaction, meaning that your closing rate will be a lot higher than just cold calling somebody and pitch them this service. These people will more likely to say yes to you, contrast to the cold call and the cold email. And the worst part is, even if they say no, they steal your software subscription client. So this is what we call a win-win scenario and a breaking even funnel. What that means, guys, is that this front end offer, which is the green one, the SaaS as a service business, is gonna act as a lead generation for your high ticket offer, meaning that you can forever keep reinvest into marketing to acquire this kind of client for your SaaS business, because your high ticket offer will always make a profit with your ad spend. Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm going to outline straight away the downside of this business model. First of all, it's very complex and it's very hard, because now you have 2 offer and 2 fulfillment to do. It's very hard, especially when you're just starting out. So straight away, that's the number one downside when it comes to this business model. Now, to combat that, for anyone who are actually in our inner circle mastermind, we actually give them the blueprint to fulfill, and we actually help them with the fulfillment process. Now, the second downside is the high ticket offer. That's the same argument as the SMMA, social media marketing offer. When you're just starting out, it's just very hard to sell high ticket to anyone, even though if you have a high trust situation, because you don't have case study and testimonial. Now, to combat that, again, in our inner mastermind, we'll give people our testimonial and our case study to sell, and say Vico is your business partner, and actually use our testimonial to sell for their transaction. And when they come in, we use our fulfillment team to help our students fulfill. So that's how we actually handle that problem. So again, selling high ticket in a high trust environment with testimonial and case study that you can promise to fulfill. So this is it, guys. This is Vico Kang, your GoHighlevel Ninja. If you want to find out more about this hybrid model, I'll make sure to leave a link underneath this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video to another GoHighlevel expert. I would really appreciate that. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you also checking out this content right there.